Supporters of West Papuan independence say 7 people have been killed and several injured in another outbreak of violence in the Indonesian province. They say Indonesian security forces opened fire on a high school demonstration.
Gunfire and chaos erupts on the streets of Wamena. High school students carried away, suffering bullet wounds. Witnesses...
The Republic of Indonesia has been called out by many organizations for the past several decades, accused of conducting genocidal campaigns in West Papua. Protests against the Indonesian occupation is consistently met with violence from Indonesian security forces. Since the takeover of the region in 1963, nearly all foreign media, NGOs, and humanitarian agencies have been banned from entering West Papua. This region is home to the Melanesian minority of the country and is predominantly Christian Protestant, compared to the Javanese Muslim majority of the rest of the country. Going back to its early history, after being held by different powers such as Spain and England, the Dutch had control of the region from around 1898 until the Cold War. When the Dutch government left the archipelago after the Second World War, Indonesia claimed all the lands that fell under the Dutch rule. However, to this day, the independent West Papua campaign is still present and is consistently met with police brutality. Foreign journalists are frequently detained, and internet shutdowns occur during widespread protests, limiting the amount of information coming out of the province. Papua is a massive trove of natural resources. One of the biggest gold mines in the world is found here, the Grasberg Mine, in a joint venture between the Indonesian government and the American company Freeport-McMoRan, and continues to displace the local Amungme and Komoro communities. The current attempt by Indonesia to assimilate the local culture dates back to 1949, when Indonesia gained its independence as a nation. West Papua was in the process of becoming independent as well. The movement was successful for a moment in 1961, but a few months later, this was ended due to the role of Indonesia's first president, Sukarno, and his communications with then US President John F. Kennedy. Communications published from the era found on the JFK Library shows secret messages between US and Indonesian actors in the discussion regarding West Papua. In fears of growing Russian influence in the region, the US government hastily gave control of the region to the Republic of Indonesia without proper consultation with the people of West Papua. During the time of the president-dictator Suharto, further deals were made between the Republic of Indonesia and Freeport. Suharto, now known as one of recent history's most corrupt leaders, gave exclusive mining rights to Freeport for over 30 consecutive years. While lining his own family's pockets, poverty is still widespread around the region, and little or no aid is given to the building of infrastructure in the West Papua region. Around the time of the Black Lives Matter movement, a similar movement emerged in Indonesia under the name of Papuan Lives Matters. As a result, in 2019, a series of racist attacks were conducted towards the Papuan people in various cities across Indonesia, such as Jakarta and Surabaya. Amnesty International reports attacks on Papuan students in the city of Surabaya of Western Java, Indonesia, in which students were attacked in their dorms. Nowadays, the Republic of Indonesia even prohibits peaceful protests regarding Papua, as well as conducts mass arrests under the guise of treason.